Hey guys, it's Jake with the NSB Woodsman channel, and today we are out doing a short little, we'll call it a picnic, bushcraft picnic out in the woods. It's me, my wife, and my daughter, so stay tuned. Just gonna do a short video today, and maybe we'll get a cool fire lighting technique in. Stay tuned. Here we are, out for a little day hike. We've got wife and baby. See if we can see her. There she is. Watch your step there. And we're just gonna go and do a short video out here in the woods. I'll check back in with you once we get out there. As you can see, we're right next to a highway walking out here. So, anyways. Very excited. It's always fun having the wife and kids out with you. Check back in. Alright guys, so we are going to try a type of fire that I honestly have never attempted. Oops. But I think it should work. I'm just realizing now that I'm going to need more than what I have at this present moment, so stay tuned and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so let me show you what I have going on. I was hoping to find a clematis vine. I couldn't find one. So here's my tinder bundle right now. It's got those shavings that I just made. It's got some dried pine needles, and then it's held together on the bottom by some dried oak leaves. So we're going to try and get an ember going, and then hopefully, with a little luck, we'll get that tinder bundle going. This is not good because we don't have anything that's really small and frothy, you know, that'll light up easy, but we'll try our best. But let me show you how we're going to start our fire. So in my little Altoids tin here, I have a one piece of old charcoal that it was basically a piece of old fire that I just pulled out after it cooled down. I have a whole little box of these, but we're just going to try and get a spark on here to see if it will ignite. It's kind of an experiment. If not, I brought a lighter. But we're going to give this a shot. See if you guys can see. That's fine.
Oh, wow.
Perfect. So there you go, guys. A few flashes of the fire steel, and there it goes. So I'm just going to stick this whole thing into the, like I said, I got a whole box full of this stuff, so I'm going to stick this into the tinder bundle. And there we have it. Fire. Uh-oh. So even with a less than ideal tinder bundle, a little bit of creativity out here in the woods, and one piece of old charred wood, the spark from the fire steel, and we've got fire. So we're gonna cook up a little bit of coffee and sit out here for a few minutes and just enjoy nature. Be back with you in a few. Alright guys, so let's talk a little bit about how I started this fire and what I used. So again, the tinder bundle was made with dried out oak leaves on the bottom, then dried pine needles in the middle, and I just kind of took a whole handful of them and tried to break them up a little bit, you know, just to create smaller pieces that could ignite. And then on top of that was a whole bunch of shavings from, actually I don't know what type of tree it is. It looks like some sort of tall fir tree that had fallen over, and I just took a dried branch from it and used those shavings as the actual igniting piece. Then the thing that caught the spark was a piece of charcoal, and how I made it, I started a fire like this, and after it got really big and created some smaller, you know, some actual embers, I pushed the fire around to kind of let it smolder out, and then I let it cool off for the night and came out the next day and just collected pieces that I thought were not necessarily burnt all the way through per se, so that weren't ashy or anything like that, but that were burnt and that had started to burn but then had gone out over the course of the evening. So essentially what you're doing is you're creating fire. In order to create that charcoal, you're starting a fire, you're burning a piece, but you're depriving it of oxygen, so that's what creates kind of that charcoal. So you haven't burnt it all the way through, so you still have some use out of it, I guess is the best way to explain it. And I just took a fire steel, and as soon as one spark caught it, it ignites. It's just the same thing as char cloth, except for it's a piece of charcoal. So that's how I started the fire. We're gonna let this burn down a little bit and then put the water pot on. Alright, while that gets going, guys, I realize that I didn't bring a spoon out here to stir the coffee with, so we gotta create something that'll work. Let's figure something out. Alright guys, so this won't need to be perfect, but we gotta get all the bark off of here so that it doesn't mess up our coffee at all. Don't have a spoon, nature provides. We just need a stir. We don't need anything. We don't need this to be anything special. There's a knot down there, so we gotta get rid of that. There we go. So, if you guys can see this, there's this split in the wood right here. See, it runs all the way up. Well, I can hear the water starting to boil, so we better hurry up. So we wanted to cut it down all the way to that split so that nothing that could have penetrated the wood is going to interfere with our stir. So we're into the middle of the wood now, and I'm just going to kind of shave off this end, get all the bark off, and we'll use it to stir up our coffee. Sounds like the water's going, so we're going to get that stirred up and ready to drink. See that? Find a nice lot of leaves to lay that on.
Wait, remember, like, you asked me if I wanted something else for Christmas?
Uh-huh.
I want some TV necklaces.
For Juju?
Uh-huh.
But you wear them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sell them at the baby store.
That's Juju screaming, if you can hear. Alright. Boy, that little fire's actually putting off a perfect amount of heat. There's no wind out here today, so...
No, there's no wind at all.
So I've got this wool sweatshirt I made, and then like a fleece underneath it, and then just a couple of shirts underneath that. So it's 36 degrees out right now, and it's about perfect. Let's get this coffee going, huh? Here's our little stir. So I just scraped off the end, made sure that this split, you can see where the split's happening right there. I just, right here about, I shaved it down far enough so that we got to the interior of the wood. And I just shaved it all the way off, all the way around. So we're only dealing with the interior of the wood, and we're not getting anything from the exterior when we stir our coffee. And what we have for coffee, got some Folgers Instant Original and Maxwell House French Vanilla. So it's going to be like a cappuccino. My wife likes it not too strong, so I didn't put too much of that Folgers Original in there. Oh yeah. Nice big old cup of coffee. Stirring with our stir. Let's take a look at that, guys. Just like a cappuccino, nice and frothy. Ooh, hot, but delicious. Oh. Here's the daughter. Out here, little adventurer. It is December 3rd, right?
Yes.
in Michigan. So no snow yet, but the temperature's cooling down, so I'm sure that'll be coming soon. Well guys, this has been Jake with the NSB Woodsman channel. It's been a fun adventure. I hope you guys have had fun. Hope you've learned something, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy.